Chapter 7. Who's the boss? You arrive at the ranch late, and before you have a chance to get out of the car, Mandy is already staggering up the steps, a crate of event supplies in her arms. Hang on a sec. Let me grab the door for you. No need. I got it. You watch as Mandy shifts the box to her hip and struggles to turn the key in the lock. Come on, Mandy. You're gonna drop that. Let us help you. She turns to face you, her beautiful face screwed up in a tight knot. I don't need your help. I'm apparently the one in charge now, remember? You're reading too much into this. I was there. Your dads didn't say you had to single-handedly run the ranch. You don't know them. What they don't say is just as important as what they do. She grunts as the key slips from her fingers and falls to the ground. Oh, stupid thing. This is getting ridiculous. Ryder, we have to do something. Yeah, her logic doesn't quite track. Then again, with Mandy, it rarely does. Mandy manages to snag the key, but the box tips from her hold as she does. With a loud crash, it falls to the ground. Damn it! You can hear the sob catch in her throat as a speaker lands on its side. She wobbles on her legs for a second before aiming a swift kick at the inanimate object. Ouch! You dash up the steps and start gathering up the scattered items before she can spiral further. Mandy, do you want a hug? You look like you could use one. Either that or a strong drink. You're not wrong about that. She manages a feeble smile before glancing down at the mess. But what's the point? It won't change anything. She sinks to the porch with her head in her hands. You look to Ryder for help, but he only shrugs. This is exactly what my dads were hoping would happen. If the ranch flops under my watch, I'll have no one to blame but myself. Hey, don't talk like that. Sling an arm over her shoulder and pull her close. She stiffens for a second before letting her head fall to your shoulder. You're gonna be great, Mandy. Everything you touch turns to magic, including me. You really mean that? Of course I mean it. Your dads wouldn't have retired if they didn't trust you to run things in their place. You cast a hard glare at Ryder. Isn't that right, Ryder? It was his mouth a retort before shutting it again. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. Ryder, you should pull out your signature Ryder charm. A word of support, a hug, maybe even that gorgeous smile. It was good my smile was gorgeous. And Mandy shared a sidelong look. You both know exactly what smile you're talking about. Stop it. If you two keep doing that, I'm never smiling again. He strides forward and places an awkward hand on Mandy's shoulder. Belle's right. I'm sure you'll do fine, and if you don't... And if I don't, then what? Well, then you have me and Belle to help you, that's a promise. He releases his hold and scoops up the supplies, having no trouble carrying everything at once. Get some sleep, both of you. It's been a long night. As he ducks into the house, you and Mandy both turn to stare at each other. See, Mandy, you're an amazing boss. Only you could wrap a man like Ryder around your thumb. I think that technically counts as a compliment. He's never been that nice to me before. You must be a good influence. Ryder's right about one thing, though. I'm beat. Night, Mandy. I'm sure things will look better in the morning. She yawns into her fist. I hope you're right. I feel like I could sleep for days. Instead of sleeping for days, you find yourself surrounded by a heavy mass of cattle just a few short hours later. What are all these cows doing loose? I feel like I'm about to be stampeded. Hey, Belle, get over here. I have an announcement. You have to strain to hear her over the catacomb of cattle. Moving carefully, you wind your way through the herd to where Ryder stands looking annoyed. Awesome. Now that we're all gathered, we can finally start. Belle, Ryder, As my first act of business as an owner of Martinez Ranch Incorporated, I'm gonna prove my worth. That's not really an act of business. It will be when I successfully execute the annual herd move. What could be worthy than driving several hundred head of cattle across dangerous terrain? Mandy, I knew you could do it. That's right, show 'em who's in charge. Remember when we used to have to guess what things gave hearts and what didn't? I miss those days. Now you just specifically have to click on specific things. That's the exact attitude I'm looking for. She looks between you and Ryder with a grin in Ryder's eyes. I was kind of hoping you'd start with something lighter. Too late. You two hyped me up last night, so it's basically your own fault. Cow nudges you from behind, his wet nose soaking through your shirt. Guys? The way I figure, we should be able to pack up and hit the road before lunch. Yeah, because the way you figure it involves me doing 9/10 of the packing. The cow steps in front of you so close she almost stomps on your shoe. They're not serious about bringing me along, are they? The cows are already trying to crush me. What's wrong, Bill? Didn't you hear what I said? Road trip. I'm feeling, a little overwhelmed. As well, I have as you consider the task ahead of you. This is just a lot to take in. I've never done anything like this before. Less than 8 hours ago, you were telling Mandy to believe in herself, and now you want to back out? Hang on, Belle. Maybe this will change your mind. He dashes off and returns, leading a horse with the kindest eyes you've ever seen. As soon as it sees you, it whines in delight. Oh, wow, she's beautiful. We got 3 of these beauties on loan from a neighboring farm. I picked this one especially for you. For once, Mandy's not blowing hot air. No one knows a good horse like she does. You hold out a tentative hand until the horse snuffles at your palm. See? Penelope likes you already. What do you say now? I say, my death will be on your hands. You take in the massive size of the horse with a gulp. This is far out of your comfort zone, but you might as well be on the moon. If I die, you have to promise me there won't be any horses at my funeral. I think we can safely guarantee that. And people call me dramatic. Mandy takes Penelope's reins and starts leading her back towards the other horses. If I do this, how does it work? I don't even know where to start. Best place to start is with the right gear. You'll feel more at ease when you're dressed for the part. You want me to start with fashion? In this case, yeah. You're dressed all wrong for a ride like this one. He sweeps his inscrutable gaze over you. You can't be sure, but you're pretty sure he's laughing at your fears. Don't worry, I'm experienced enough to give you the quick and dirty, and so is Mandy. We'll take good care of you. Look, everyone, we're gonna be a cowgirl. Quickly, you change into a chic, comfortable outfit suited for long hours on a horse. Say what you want about roughing it. I make the cowgirl lifestyle look good. You return to the barn to find all 3 horses saddled and ready to go. Mandy takes one look at you and squeals with delight. No fair. How am I supposed to ride a horse for 10 hours with a distraction like that in front of me? Ryder tips his cowboy hat to you in a mock salute. Bet you feel more confident already, don't you? The outfit is a start, but I have no idea what to do on the back of a horse. That's a Penelope's massive size with wide eyes. Or how I'm supposed to get up there. A quick tutorial will do the trick. It's all about mastering your emotions. Only if you're a robot, to get most out of your horse, you really need his personality. I'm gonna go with Mandy on this one. If Penelope's personality is anything like yours, it should be good. That better be the first and only time you compare me to a horse. As Ryder's heads off to finish prepping for the trip, Mandy secures Penelope's saddle. Don't worry, I've known Penelope since she was a colt, She's playful but sweet. Am I supposed to climb on? Yep. This might be your first rodeo, but she's a pro. You hit your foot in the stirrup and start to swing your body up. Mandy, don't you dare let me go. If you lift your hands, I'm pretty sure I'll fall off. That's one way to get me to grab your ass. She places her hands on either side of your hips and holds you tightly as you settle into place. How's that, feel good? Slides her hands on the outside of your legs, her fingers moving deftly over your spreading thighs. It feels great, actually. The horse stamps a foot, tosses her head as you gather the reins in your hand. Since it's your first time on a horse, you're gonna be a saddle sore tomorrow, no matter what. Yeah? I'm just saying, keep your posture straight, shift your posture every few minutes, and hydrate. You should be okay. After tightening a few straps, Mandy slapped the horse on the flank to get her moving. Any last questions before we head out? I want to know if I'll ever get used to having a powerful animal between my thighs. Why do I get the feeling this is going to take some getting used to? The first time is special. Just relax and enjoy yourself. Smiles mischievously, I bet you. I know I always do. After a few more adjustments to the saddle, you're ready to head out. Remember, it's all posture and personality. Mandy whips by you in a blur of hooves. Looking good up there, Belle. Follow me. With a newfound burst of confidence, you give Penelope a kick and a follow. The journey ahead is a long one, but you feel ready. Giddy up, Penelope. You, Ryder, and Mandy don't stop until nightfall. By the time your tents are up, you're so tired you can barely feel your limbs. I knew this trip would end with me on my deathbed. Relax, Belle, we're here. Now the fun can officially begin. She pulls out a flask out of her bag, takes a swig, and hands it to Ryder. And if there's one perk to having a boss like Mandy, it's that her fun typically comes with hooch. Rude. I can think of at least a dozen perks, but also yes, it does. As they banter, you can't help staring across the firelight at your two bosses looking relaxed, happy, and incredibly hot. Something about the campfire softens all Ryder's hard edges, and Mandy's practically glowing with temptation. I should snuggle up with Mandy, scoot closer to Ryder. Mandy's got a bit of attention. Let's go with Ryder. You scoot closer to Ryder, unable to resist the hot, solid draw of him. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to stay warm. I see how it is. If you're not using me for my brute strength, and you want my body heat instead. He drops his hand until it rests next to your knees, warmth sinking into your skin. Mandy glances down at the flask. You know what'll make this night even better? A drinking game. Absolutely not. Never again. Again? What's the point of sleeping in the wilderness if you're not gonna get weird with it? I've met drunk Mandy before, and I have zero desire to meet her again. He turns towards you with a glint in his eye. Although, it's only fair that every employee endures her at least once for training purposes. I wasn't inviting you to play my game anyway. You're a fun vacuum. This is me and Belle only. What do you say, Belle? Ready to get a little weird with me? It's been a long, hard day. I deserve some fun. Besides, Ryder is practically ordering me to keep her company. I never turn down a challenge. Ryder gets to his feet with a laugh. Oh, there's a challenge. And then there's the kind of game Mandy likes to play. Grabs a cold one from the cooler and ducks into his tent. Good luck, Belle. You're gonna need it. I appreciate the warning, but I'm not that much of a newbie. I've played drinking games before. Mandy shakes her head, her hair shining in the campfire as she meets your gaze. Not with me, you haven't. You gulp, suddenly aware how dark it is and how alone the two of you are. A spark of something hot and electric fills your blood. I like to call this game X marks the spot. I hope that's because we're searching for buried treasure. I've always wanted to have a real adventure. Oh, I'll get your blood pumping. Don't worry about that. She tucks a wayward strand of hair behind her ear, her hand lingering on the soft curve of her neck. The rules are easy. One person thinks of a body part and the other has to guess which one they picked. And you play this with Ryder. Uh-huh. Seems easy enough. Yeah, but the way you guess is by kissing them in that exact spot. Guess wrong? You have to drink. And you keep guessing and drinking until you get it right. Your eyes go wide as the implications of the game sink in. There's so much of your body to explore, and even more of hers. Tell you what, since this is your first time, I'll let you do the guessing first. She leans back in her seat, with her legs fall open a fraction as if her whole body's on display. Go ahead, Belle. I'm thinking of a certain somewhere. I'll let you... all you have to do is put your mouth on it. Her neck, figuring her hand was there. Every part of her body seems to gleam with promise. Swallowing heavily, you brush the hair from the side of her neck. An interesting choice. Are you sure that's what you want? You watch the steady beat of her pulse with a roaring hunger. I'm sure. With a slow exhale, you drop your lips to the slope of her shoulder and press a kiss onto her honeyed skin. Does that mean I got it right? Not even close. Bottoms up! You're already feeling dizzy when you take a fiery sip from the flask. Wiping the drops from your mouth, you turn back to Mandy. Looks like I'd better try again. Sure, we'll go with the mouth. Why not? I swear if it's the wrist. Unable to resist the taut curse of her smile. Skipping over the formalities, you drive a hand into her hair and pull her in for a kiss. It only takes a second for her to part her lips and let you in. The sweet heat of her mouth and is matched only by the hunger of her tongue. I guess I'm pretty good at this game, huh? She pulls back with a wicked laugh. You're really bad at this game. I could do this all night. That's called cheating. Her voice drops to a dangerous purr as you swallow a second shot of liquor. At this rate, there won't be any part of you I haven't tasted. I know. Isn't it fun? Like I said, cheating. You dash a hand out and circle her wrist. As you tug her arm towards you, her mouth falls open in a oh of surprise. Belle! I'm thinking right about here. You press your lips to the soft skin of her inner wrist. You can feel her pulse flare under your mouth as you nibble gently on her forearm. That's not fair. How did you know that's what I was thinking of? Because that was literally our last option. A beginner's luck, I guess. You say back, exhilarated by the trump and lingering taste on her lips. Does this mean it's my turn? The night stars seem to twinkle brighter as the gameplay turns over to your hands and your body. Well, you seem to have the hang of things. Ready to try your luck? Give me a second, I'm thinking. You try not to let your sudden flare of excitement show. The thoughts of having Mandy's mouth anywhere on your body is intoxicating. Mandy seems willing to play this game to the end. I better pick something good. My thumb, my temple, my belly button. Okay, temple, I guess. Belly button, why not? You lean back on your elbows and waggle your eyebrows suggestively at her. Between her hungry gaze and all the alcohol, you're starting to feel very relaxed. Alright, boss. I'm ready for you. Mandy takes a predatory step towards you. Her hips swaying suggestively as she draws closer, dropping to her knees in front of you. She slides a hand up under the hem of your shirt. I was hoping you'd pick that. She exhales as she exposes the black curve of your stomach with a laugh. She swirls her tongue around your exposed belly button. I call cheats, sending a pang of longing straight to your core. No fear, how did you know? She pulls back, your heart pounds in your chest. Seriously, did you cheat or something? Like I said in your interview, I'm an excellent judge of character. She laughs at your dazed expression. Frankly, Belle, you're kind of predictable. Women like you usually are. Wow, really? She tosses her head. Challenge in every line of her bearing. Alright, let's try this again. What part am I thinking of this time? She thinks I'm predictable, huh? Let's see if I can catch her off guard. You approach her with a confident smile. I can get you anywhere, right? Those are the rules. Why not? You grip her chin and draw a finger down her neck to her clavicle. She looks smug until you start lowering to her cleavage. Even here? She gasps as you expose the upper swell of her breast and drop your mouth to her soft, rounded flesh. Her chest surges upward into your mouth, her whole body straining to reach yours, only for you to pull back. She starts. What are you doing? Taking time to gloat, because for me to be so predictable, I bet you didn't see that coming, huh? No. Mandy grips you, pulling you back within an inch of her lips. But if you keep going, I can definitely see me coming. Wow. Her words make you melt, and as you dampen, you press your lips to hers, kissing your way down. No one has ever played the game like this before. What can I say? I play to win. Funny. Me too. All at once, she flips you both, and by the time you've realized what's happening, she's straddling your waist, pinning your hands down. I'm pretty sure it's not your turn yet. I'm pretty sure I don't give a damn. She crashes her lips to yours, grinding her hips against you, dragging out a moan. Your kiss is hers, almost as frantic as hers as you feel her hot, naked skin. Mandy. But as a gust of wind blows through the campsite, the fire goes out, unleashing a wash of Arctic air over you both. Oh no, our fire went out. That's not good. Any clue how to get it going again? The only spark I know anything about is this one. Her eyes meet yours, and you can't help the tightening of your muscles as you spot the intensity within. Then we should probably get to bed before the wind blows that out too. Laughing, you feel a little shaken. Mandy helps you to your feet. Thanks for playing with me, Belle. We'll have to do it again sometime. Absolutely. And nothing came of it. Giggity. Later that night, you toss and turn, struggling to get comfortable when... What the hell was that? You jolt upright in the tent, your head brushing against the nylon. You're no expert, but the sound was an awful lot like a wolf. Relax, Belle. It could be the wind or a cow having a bad dream. Maybe I'm just paranoid. You curl your knees against your chest as a deep sadness washes over you, bringing with it yet another unpleasant cow memory. Your eyes flutter open long before your alarm as you lay there in a haze between awake and sleep. You hear what woke you up. Shattering a glass jolts you upright in bed. You shake a sleeping Cal. Cal, wake up. I think someone's in our house. But again, Belle, we talked about this. You're just paranoid. But... Shh. You see, I'm trying to sleep. As the memory washes over you, your fear is replaced by something else. Cal slept like a baby while I laid awake all night, terrified. What kind of person does that? Emboldened by your red-hot surge of anger, you unzip the tent and poke your head out. Scan the horizon for signs of movement, but all you can see are the sleeping cows and solid frames of Mandy and Ryder's tents. I would never believe that I could ride a horse or drive cattle for miles, or that I'd keep up with a cowboy like Ryder and a firecracker like Mandy while I did it. You sit up straighter as you realize how true that is. Despite your inexperience, Mandy and Ryder didn't even make you feel like you were holding them back even once. I underestimated how good a leader Mandy is. It's questionable. How much Ryder's willing to support me. That is true. He's not a man to show his emotions, but he's as committed to my success as I am. Ryder's tent sits quiet and dark, but there's a faint sound of music and a flash of light coming from Mandy's. They've been nothing but encouraging me all day. I bet they've both let me in if I ask for a little company. You're on your feet in a flash. Hal might consider you weak and unassertive, but you're a new woman. You're ready to ask for what you want. So pretty much bow chicka wow wow. Sneak into Ryder's tent or Mandy's. Or we can just play with the cows, I guess. Huh. You slip towards Ryder's tent, even though it's dark and silent. You open the flap and duck your head in. Ryder, are you awake? Bell. He is shirtless. He's sitting up and on alert within seconds. Without waiting for you to reply, he's already halfway out of his sleeping bag. What happened? Are you okay? What do you need? You rock back on your heels, shocked at how protective he sounds, and how much you like it. Honestly, I felt too scared to sleep alone. Don't get mad, but I thought I heard a pack of wolves out there. Yeah, they sometimes gather when the herd is all in one place like this. We'll be lucky to make it to morning. Wait, what? This low laugh shakes the whole tent. I'm just messing with you. It was probably the wind. With a shake of his head, he slides back into a sleeping bag. He does invite you in, but he's not kicking you out either. At this point, I'll take what I can get. As you let the flap close behind you, Ryder's voice fills the darkness. I'm not surprised you're having trouble sleeping. It can be hard to come down from a day like today. I didn't do a bad job, did I? No, Belle, you didn't do a bad job. The edge of his mouth twists in a half smile. In fact, I'm proud of you. You played by the rules and didn't give up. Really? Showing up like that matters. Matters a lot. He tries to look away so you can't see the light shining in his eyes, but he's too late. It's all thanks to you for believing in me. I mean it, Ryder. None of this would be possible without you. He shifts uncomfortably. Nah, you'd be fine no matter what. Slide forward and put your hand on his shoulder. He tenses, but doesn't pull away. I'm serious. No one has ever trusted me the way you do. Despite the close air of the tent, the cold starts to creep in. Shivering, you wrap your arms around yourself for warmth. Oh, hell, you're gonna freeze like that. He lifts his comforter and passes down the warm, dark culvert next to his body. We need you in top shape tomorrow. You'd better get in here before you lose a limb to frostbite. Are you sure? Of course I am. If you're here, it's because I want you. Giggity. He reaches for you, pulls you underneath the blankets. His voice is rough, but the way he holds you is anything but. I want you here, Belle. Crushed against him, you feel his body relax against yours. And as your hands quietly skim his body, your eyes meet his in the dark. Where exactly do you want me? For a moment, he hesitates. You tell me. He takes your hand in his and guides it to his frame. As you shadow your body in the warm crook of it, as you lift your hands to his shoulders, they're so broad and strong, they feel as if they could carry anything. Has anyone ever told you that you're a masterpiece? I'm not the kind of guy who gets many compliments. You trace the expanse of his muscles, following the path down his back in awe. I want to change that. I want to worship every inch of you. Wow. His lips seize yours in a sudden hard burst of passion, power pulsing through his every movement. You have no idea what you're starting, Belle. His hands trace your body before slowly sliding up to cup your breasts as he grazes the hardened peaks you gasp. Ryder. You reach down, cupping his leg. As Ryder pumps his hips against you, there's no denying he wants you almost as much as you want him. But as the wolf's howl cuts through the night, breaking the spell, the two of you pause, listening for sound of its approach. Did you hear that? What if it's coming our way? It's not. But what if it is? Without hesitation, he wraps his arms around you and holds you in his hard embrace. Then, it'll have to go through me. Now close your eyes and go to sleep. He heaves a large breath and lets you let your eyes close, listening to his heartbeat slows. Sleep gradually takes him, and then you. Good night, Ryder. The moment your brain goes jumble words. As you step out into the chilly air the next morning, you find Ryder busy packing up the supplies while Mandy holds her hand next to the empty fire pit. Good morning, bosses. Quiet morning, Belle. My head feels like it run over by the whole herd. I warned you about Mandy and drinking. The woman doesn't know the meaning of the word moderation. Working together, you dismantle camp, and by the time you're sitting astride your horse, all three of you are in a good mood. Wow, it looks completely different with all the animals gone. Oh, Belle! This gave me an amazing idea. Oh, nice work, Belle. What'd you have to go and do that for? Not my fault. I was just thinking aloud. I was just wondering where all the squirrels and birds are. You can't say the word squirrel to Mandy and not expect her to start a chase. My idea has nothing to do with squirrels. Kinda. Ryder pulls his horse up and slumps his shoulders in resignation. You might as well spit it out and get it over with. What's the plan, and what does that have to do with the barren field? You two might look around and see an empty landscape, but I see something different. I see opportunity. Oh no. We're all doomed now. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description. Plenty of things to check out there. And also there's the join and thanks feature on YouTube. Aside from that, once again, thanks for watching. Let me know your feedback down in the comment section below, especially if you are enjoying what was read, how it was read, and the whole 9 yards. Again, we changed up the mic, as I asked last week. If you enjoy the change, I didn't hear much feedback. So, again, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Peace out.